keeping the mini dojo active. We love that. But yeah, St. Patty's.
I should have actually brought a vase of nice flowers for our dear friend Maria, who's sick. So
Oh, Maria.
get well soon.
Shout-
Or her and her daughter.
A shout out to Maria Rios and Talia.
Yes.
Hope you're feeling well. We missed her tonight, just so you know.
Yes, that's
Our
right.
guest is in house and just about coming over. No hurry. But yeah, St. Patty's. We went out. We hit downtown LA.
Yep. It was good stuff. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was a blast.
Yep.
I had fun.
And what do people do out there, man? Just all kinds of people in the street, all kinds of people walking around, waiting for knucklehead action to happen. But there's cameras everywhere.
Yep. So
Absurd if you even start something, right? You got to be in like
I wear a
dark
hood.
alley.
I wear a hood, and then I get told you got to take your hood off. So I take it off for a minute and I put it back on, and then I get told I got to leave for putting it back on. So, anyways, whatever. It was cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
You know. So, other than that, what else did we? Sunday
drink-
morning, we
Do you drink green beer, by the way?
now that I don't remember, but now that I think about it, I don't think we got any green beer, so
No.
we missed out.
I think it's because we're not Irish.
That's all right. Nobody's perfect. Never mind.
You know.
You know.
But yeah, Sunday morning, back to back. What do? We hit the Chad George
we hit the
seminar.
Chad George seminar. Yeah, that was a blast too. Thank you to him for always having us
Open
out.
door for us, yeah. Well, Chad is on a seminar series. He's actually traveling throughout the country. He has the front headlock series that he is teaching, and he has started out in Southgate at the new CMMA. The second was in Gardena, which we went to this weekend. And this coming up weekend, if you have time and availability, Rancho Cucamonga on Saturday, LA Downtown on Sunday for his seminar. And I say don't miss it because, man, I've seen it twice, and I'm still trying to get all those things down. They're just awesome.
Yep. Yep. Speaking of, actually, I have to backtrack a little bit as far as St. Patty's Day. Yeah, I mean, the cool thing is we didn't see any, like you mentioned, nothing too stupid, nothing crazy.
No,
it was all around
mellow.
fun.
The mellow night.
So,
Yep.
it was all good.
Yep.
Oh, our special guest
Our
is
special
here.
guest is in house, Jovany Varela. How are you, Jovany?
Doing good, my friends.
Thank you
As
for
always.
coming in
Thank
on a
you for
short
the
notice.
invite.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Long time no see.
My
Have a
pleasure.
seat. And there's a special guest here. I met her at your dojo, and she
Yeah.
trains with you guys.
That's
So
right.
we'll have to put you on camera too.
No.
No, not tonight. All good, all good. How was the drive over? You okay?
Yeah, it was okay.
Good.
We had enough time to get some tacos downstairs too.
Beautiful. That's
Oh,
always
nice.
important.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're fresh off a trip to Honduras, and imagine other things because you're very busy.
Yeah.
So what happened down there? Tell me about the tournament.
We had the first ever Central American Jiu-Jitsu tournament. And actually the event's supposed to be only for Central America, and at the end of the day, we end up having people from the United States coming over, people from Mexico. So we put them there as a special guest. And it was a really good event. Better than what we expected, and we had some really good super fights. For championship belts, and we had kids, women. It was a really good event.
Cool.
Tiring, but it was a really good event to be the first ever that big, and it was sanctioned by the International Jiu-Jitsu Federation. I'm happy with the results.
That is really cool. So is that the very first tournament in Honduras? Do they do other tournaments?
They have done small tournaments, but nothing sanctioned by the International Jiu-Jitsu Federation. Now in Honduras, we have an official federation, so anything that we're doing it through the International Jiu-Jitsu Federation. So the winners of this event, they got points to enter the international ranking.
That's huge.
Yes, definitely. That was a huge step.
Yeah. And I saw the awards. Was it a trophy or awards you showed me? It was amazing. The logo.
Those were medals.
Medals.
Yeah,
That's
with
what it was.
with the federation logo.
That's huge. And it looked, man, Olympic caliber. So you
It
put
was heavy
together-
metal. It was really nice. And,
We like that heavy metal here.
and it was good because the winners of the super fight, they got a medal and also they got a championship belt. you know.
Wow.
So far, the federations like the International Jiu-Jitsu Federation, either IBJF or Sport Jiu-Jitsu, they give a medal. But how many medals people have at their home? They have so many of them. So
If you're lucky, yeah.
Yeah, so we tried to give him something a little bit different. So we gave him a championship belt, something nice for you to have on the wall.
Oh, the belt's the ultimate, right?
Yep. That's
I
right.
wear it with nothing else.
That's right.
If I get a belt, I'm wearing it everywhere I go. You know?
With nothing else.
Well, you know what I mean. Anyways, so yes, back from Honduras. It sounded like a wonderful event, and obviously there's going to be more to come.
Oh, yes, definitely. We're planning another event in August. It's going to be the Nationals. And, we did the Central American now, but so many academies in Honduras, they were asking to host an event. So we decided to to give the national championship to one of the academies professors that they brought so many guys to compete. And I think definitely showing their support, they deserve to host the national championship.
Got it. Was the event in San Pedro Sula?
No, it was in the capital, in Tegucigalpa.
Okay. Because I remember you were traveling between the two cities.
Yeah, because I did seminars in San Pedro Sula, and then I had to go do seminars in Tegucigalpa, and it was pretty busy. It was a really nice trip.
That sounds like it. Were you able to take the family, or did you go on your own?
No, I went on my own with some of the team members from Mexico.
Oh, that's huge. Were they some of the guys from Kino Academy?
Yes, yeah. Oh, you know them, yeah.
A shout out to our guys over in Kino, Tijuana, Mexicali, Rosarito?
Rosario, Ensenada. All over the place.
I love it. Yeah, Jovany's got guys all over.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we're having a super training, number 7, sometime in April, I guess. And you guys are always welcome.
I'm
super trainings are really
Yeah.
good. Especially in Tijuana. We're gonna get some really good real Mexican food.
Is it in Tijuana? Super training?
It's gonna be in Ensenada.
Oh, I'll come down.
Yeah,
I got to
Ensenada.
talk to you about that because I want to roll with you.
Yeah, I give you the details as soon as I get them.
Okay, because I need to get in the back of your truck because when I drive, they always pick me off.
Yeah,
It never fails.
that's gonna be a good event because during the super training I'm gonna be doing also promotions. And some of the guys are getting purple belt, blue belt, but there's one that will be a surprise. He's getting he's a black belt.
Let's keep that a surprise.
wow.
Hopefully they're not watching tonight.
Oh, he doesn't know that he's getting his
Good.
black belt.
Good.
I have a lot of candidates, but he doesn't know.
That's a pretty special day. So
Oh, definitely.
I appreciate the invitation and do my best to get
Oh,
out
yes,
there with
of
you
course.
because that's amazing.
Yep.
And especially to do it in Mexico.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're so blessed. In California, we have such an abundance of options. We can train in almost any type of martial art. And Mexico has options too. I don't think that they're going without by any means. But the availability, this is a top-notch academy,
Yeah,
I don't know that there's that many that can do what you guys offer.
Yeah, last super training that we had 24 black belts in the mats.
Amazing.
Jesus.
24 black belts. That was huge. Even if I'm a black belt, I still learn more things, from other black belts. So to have 24 black belts in the mats, it's crazy. People doesn't even know where to look, because everybody gets a chance to teach, and you get to roll with so many different black belts, So and it's for free,
Yeah.
Me as a black belt, if I go teach a seminar, I want to get paid,
Yeah.
And when we do
You're
a super
absolutely right.
training,
You know us for that, right?
We all want to get paid.
Well, you earn that knowledge. You're a professor at a level that's even above the years that it takes to become a doctor.
yeah, so everybody gets paid,
Yeah.
And when we do a super trainings, all of those guys, they get together and they come and teach for free and bring their students, with some good barbecue, have fun, and it's like, all family,
Yeah, no, and we actually experienced it. We got to go out. We filmed some footage at a black belt super training at the dojo in Gardena. It was amazing. That day, Gokor was there.
Yeah.
Young Gokor was there. The Kino guys were there. The judo guys.
All the old school highest
From
stun
the-
guys.
Yeah, Todd
Ver-
Medina showed up.
Yep.
Tanner Medina.
Verdun Academy.
Verdun, yeah.
was in the house too. Yeah, so you can just name them. As you're there, and it goes on for hours.
All of those guys that you just mentioned, nobody goes and teach a seminar for free, And
No.
when we do the super training, they come for free, So there's nothing better than that,
Yeah. So if you have time to come by, you would benefit from learning from not only Jovany but all of the people he invites, because it's an environment that breeds learning. You have no choice. There's going to be something you're going to pick up from just about everybody. at
Yeah,
that
definitely.
level.
And you get a good roll too,
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely.
And once you're tired, then you can go to the back and enjoy the barbecue. So
Yep.
And then you get good food afterwards,
That's my favorite way to go.
That's right.
I'm in trouble with that. Never leave. He's sleeping there.
I wanted to actually ask you when we went to Marcelo's.
Cavalcanti.
Yeah. And I
here's
know
his
you
thing, yeah.
competed afterwards,
Yeah.
right? So how did that go?
It went good. Thank
Yeah?
God. I won my division, and
Oh my
and
God.
my knee is killing me now. As a matter of fact, I'm scheduled to have a surgery now on the 23rd because I have a torn meniscus on my right knee.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So just to put this in context, we go to other people's dojos. We've obviously filmed at Jovany's. We filmed at Marcelo Cavalcanti's. And as we go out and we're setting up and we're stretching because, we train, we're tired, and we look, and who's there at Cavalcanti's but Jovany Varela.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is he there in full support of Cavalcanti and his team, but he's got a match later on in the day at a high level. What is it, IBJJF? Or,
Yeah.
So, it's a Worlds.
Yeah, it was worse. Yeah.
And his knee hurts. He'd already been in a bout where he actually hurt his knee. He's supporting a local dojo and friend, making sure that they have support for black belts And then he's going to go compete in just a few hours.
What a day.
Jiu-jitsu is addictive. You guys know
Oh,
that.
yeah.
already,
Yeah,
you know, and
Excuse me. Not only addictive, but he kind of sets the bar so high that I don't know if I could keep up with him.
No,
Even,
for sure.
you know,
Yeah.
in the
Because I
long
was
run,
ready
you
to
know,
throw in the
but
towel.
Much less
Once
now.
I started eating, I threw in the towel.
I have surgery on the 23rd, but I'm already registered to fight in Worlds in August in Las Vegas.
Wow.
So hopefully I'm going to be good for August,
Let's see. So the 23rd of March is just 2 days away.
2 days away, yeah.
Oh,
And that's a 5-month recovery, barely.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to be ready by August. If not, then I'll do the IBJF Nogi Worlds here in Anaheim.
Yeah, later on in the year.
Yeah, but I'm hoping that August should be good.
Well, I guess miracles can happen in 5 months, but you are a swift recoverer, so I wouldn't put it past you. I'd be out for a year myself. My knee, oh my God, my knee. But yeah.
And it starts at the knee, and then it goes to the hip, and then
Yeah, it cruises all the
yeah.
way through me. But yeah, I could definitely see you recovering in that time. And if not, I see you rolling anyways. Not exposing any weakness, just puts on a brace and goes for it.
Yeah, last time that I competed, Guillermo from Kino, the professor from Kino, he did a great job. He taped my knee like so good, like probably like 10 inches above the knee and 10 inches below the knee,
Yeah.
But, he did a great job.
That's huge. So tell me about Guillermo. I'm curious because he's older than us.
Yeah.
Strong as an ox. I messed around just a little bit, got to know him. Is he a jiu-jitsu practitioner? I know he's
Yes.
he's a judo coral belt, though.
Yeah, he's a 7th degree judo black belt, and also he's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu brown belt.
Brown belt, okay.
Yeah, he's been brown belt for a few years already.
And is he was he underneath you from his whole time, or
Yes.
no? Oh, he is. Okay.
Yes.
So fully understand now. So and then there's another gentleman that we met from El Salvador. He was there that day in the black belt training. You think he was under you guys too?
It's from El Salvador, man. We have so many people
Yeah,
there.
you have a lot. Okay, that's okay.
We have a lot from El Salvador. We have a lot from Guatemala. And,
Yeah. I'm sure.
we had some people flying from Honduras just to be there for that event there.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
Oh yes, I know which one you're talking about. Also, he's a 7th degree
yeah.
judo black belt.
Yeah.
Old man, yeah.
And then something else
Sensei Loncho, that's his
yes,
name.
Loncho. That's
Loncho.
exactly it.
That he was jumping, he got hurt to his shoulder.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he's a mayor in his city in El Salvador,
My goodness.
Oh, geez.
That's amazing. It's amazing that where people come from in regular life. and then-
That guy is probably like 65, and people were bending his back, and he was jumping
Yes.
over the kids,
Yeah, I almost don't want to bring up age, but I noticed that he was a bit older than us, and still very, very flexible and still going for it.
Let me tell you something real quick about Sensei Loncho. So we're doing a seminar in El Salvador, and then we have a small tournament.
Yeah.
And a guy from Honduras, big guy, probably like 6 feet, 240 pounds, he wins his division. But the other guy who makes it to the final, he got hurt. So, I don't want to just give the trophy to the guy. I said, from everyone who lost a match, now you have the opportunity to step up all the way to the final. Who wants to fight Jorge? Jorge Miselem is in the final. Who wants to fight him?
The big guy.
And nobody's saying anything. And then Loncho, that he's old, he said, I'll fight him. I said, no, because this kid is,
You don't have to do
this kid is 23 years old, 240
Bring the
pounds,
banner. Bring the banner.
you don't have to fight. Say, no, I'll fight him, but regardless of who wins, you can give him the trophy. I just want to get a feeling. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah, I'm sure. I said, okay. So let me explain the rules to Jorge. So I go to Jorge and I tell him, Jorge, go easy on him. Go easy on him. I'm afraid when I heard the guy. And, at the end of the day, Loncho goes with a beautiful also togari, and throws Jorge. I'm sure Jorge kind of helped him, but hey, he did good, So Sensei Loncho ended up winning the fight, But
Wow.
I still gave the trophy to Jorge because that was the agreement, But if Jorge got serious, maybe he could hurt him. But the funny thing is that Sensei Loncho was the only one willing to step up and fight this big guy,
That's a lot of heart, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And he didn't know whether he was risking injury or not. He just wanted to go.
He got hurt also.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw your son throwing people around. I was like, yeah, I'm going to step outside and have a taco.
Yeah.
Speaking of his son, what's new with him? How's he doing?
Monster.
Yes.
He's going back now in July back to Tahiti.
No, it must be nice.
Yeah, last year he was there and he was the main event and the super fight. It was a challenge, Tahiti versus United States, and they loved the way he performed in his super fight. It was the main event, so now they're gonna take him back in July.
Oh wow, that's cool.
He's gonna
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
the main event again.
Wow.
That's
So
good.
Is it Tahiti versus U.S.?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So they're pretty big guys because the Polynesian dudes are probably
man.
the same size as him, if
Yeah,
not bigger.
the guy who was fighting, the guy was 6'5".
Whoa.
So he made Marvin look small, you know. And
Yeah.
still Marvin threw him really, really high coach, you know.
And
You
this
know,
is Olympic
our
level.
judo is strong, so.
Oh yeah, no joke. Olympic level judo that you guys are teaching there. So the throws are hard.
Yeah, we you know, as I tell everybody, if you have a good judo base and you go to a jiu-jitsu tournament, you decide when the fight goes to the ground because you have a good judo base, you know. You either take him down or it's going to be very hard for them to take you down.
Yeah. And I've seen some amazing things when I watch your guys' videos is the counterbalancing. Someone can throw a setup for a judo throw and they counterbalance and throw you. You think you got them because you set it up proper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I tell
feel
my
it.
kids, you know, if they have a good standing, take him down, you know. If the ground is good, then play with them in standing, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I have to grab a water. I'm going to be coughing up a storm.
It's all good. Do your
Continue
thing.
with this.
So I wanted to ask too. So, how? I mean, he's quite a busy gentleman, and I say that because I think he also said he's something with the school board, right, in
Yeah, he
Compton or
worked for
something
the
like
Compton
that.
School District.
Wow. Okay.
And then he goes and starts teaching 5:30. As a matter
So-
of fact, he's covering my class now because
No. So what time does his day normally get started? 6
around
a.m.,
6
5 a.m.
a.m.
Yeah. Okay.
6 a.m. and then takes his daughter to school, take my other younger daughter to school, starts working around 7:30 and he's out by 2:30.
Wow.
And then pick up his daughter, pick up my daughter, and then you know, get something to it. And 5:30 p.m. he's already teaching the first judo class for the kids.
Yeah. At least he gets off early enough to where
Yeah.
he still has some time to, like you said, maybe relax for a little bit.
Yeah.
Then get
And
cracking
then
on class.
that's Monday through Friday, and then he teaches the jiu-jitsu class 6:30 for kids, and then I go in and teach the adult classes 7:30 and 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, you know, talking about 7:30, that reminds me. April 29th, we'll be having what we call the highest challenge.
Wow.
Okay.
In Gokur's Academy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be April 29th. It's gonna be on a Sunday, and of course everybody's invited. You know,
Awesome.
it's gonna be gi and no gi. And the difference between other tournaments and our tournaments in Hayastan is that we do allow heel hooks.
Yeah.
Oh
of
jeez.
course.
Oh like oh jeez.
Yeah.
I got to bring a leg brace for that.
We do allow heel hooks. We allow all leg techniques. You know, sometimes that's one of the reasons that you don't see that many people coming to our tournaments. You know, like IBJF do a tournament, Sport Jiu-Jitsu do a tournament, you get 500, 800. We do a tournament and we're lucky if we get 150, sometimes 200. But not that many people, they like to play with heel hooks.
Yeah.
Especially with the experts.
Yeah, you
Oh.
know, because, you know, we were doing leg locks, 30 years ago, and
Yeah.
people used to laugh at us, Now, all of a sudden, in the last 5 years, everybody's finding out that leg locks are cool,
Yeah.
But we were doing that even before the UFC, and people used to call us cheater, because we were attacking the legs,
There's no cheating about it. It's still a submission, a legitimate submission.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's invited. April 29th. Yeah, you can check gokor.com or my website, jovany.com. So it's going to be a great event.
Where will it be at?
The Highest Academy.
Okay.
That's
North
in
Hollywood.
North Hollywood, right?
North Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are invited too. And it's
Oh.
going to be a
Oh.
great event. Because
can't pass it up.
at the end of the
Yeah.
end of the event, all first places they go for the grand championship belt. So they get a championship belt plus prize money.
Mm.
So it makes it kind of exciting because then you get bragging rights.
Yeah.
Anytime you get the
I don't know if
only
that's
belt
worth my
available.
ankle.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna use that money to.
Or my knee. I'll be in the hospital too, praying for August to come around.
You know,
You guys are amazing.
there's a top black belt,
Yeah.
in the IBJF rankings. I don't want to mention his name, but he's really, really high up there
Yeah.
in the top 5. He came and competed in the Aston Challenge, and he got tapped out by a purple belt
Oh.
with a heel hook. He
Yeah.
said, that's the reason why I hate heel hooks.
Yeah.
But, heel hooks are part of the no-gi game,
Well, we have to train in all things, right? We don't want to
Definitely.
miss any step because you don't want to be exposed.
When you get good in leg locks, it's like a third eye open. You start seeing all the openings there. It's like you learn a new language.
I see a smile on our guest here, so she knows this language very well.
We
We know heel hooks, I see.
We train everything every day.
I love it. That's the other thing. Before I could even get started, there are pictures on Instagram. If you go to Anaconda, on their Instagram, you can see the whole family. It isn't just Jovany and Marvin. The daughters, the granddaughters, the whole family trains.
Everybody trains.
know,
There's
so-
nothing else to do.
The whole Varela family.
Yeah. I actually wanted to ask. So, what's your opinion on that? On how I'll use a perfect example, like that John Danaher guy and all his guys, and how they, popularized, if they would, all the leg locks and stuff. It almost seems like some of those guys, like no, I don't want to say they purposely let themselves get mounted, but it's almost they allow guys to mount them so they can do the push off the hip to the.
You know, that's a perfect game. You know,
Yeah.
I love their game. You know, because sometimes people, they know that you go for the leg locks and they're just so protective. They don't give you any opening. So what do? You know, I give them a bait. You know, you give something to take something. You guys remember Julio Cesar Chavez used to
Yeah.
let you hit him 2-3 times because he just wanted to hit you once.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, so you gotta give something to take something. Another guy that loves to do that is Toquinho.
Oh, that's right.
Omar
Yeah.
Pallares.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he likes to give his back, or he likes to make you think that you knock them down just for him to go and get small and get the legs, you know. And you know, he's a dangerous guy. One of my favorite guys. I know he hold it too long, but you know, he's one of my favorite
See,
guys.
it isn't
you
the
know.
heel hook; it's the holding too long that worries me.
Yeah, you know, that guy has been with psychologists and everything, you know. So, but I still like him, you know. He's really good. His technique is unbelievable, you know. And
I guess the name of the game is getting your defense up.
yeah, you
Right.
know, if they think that he's hurting people, well, then put somebody stronger. You know, when he
Yeah.
fought Gary Tonon, see, they went like 20 minutes with no problem.
Mhm.
Nobody catch anybody. You
They're
know,
both adept at that, right?
Exactly. We have another guy that went full time with Gary Tonon, also Karen Darabidian from Hayastan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Cool,
he was a-
super
yeah.
cool guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Karen has unbelievable good leg locks, you know.
Yeah.
And very cool guy. I
Not to
like
mention, he's built like Toquinho too. Oh.
him. Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. He's so small. His legs are so small they have to kind of reach up to get his heel.
I remember him back in the day. There used to be Long Beach Fight Night. That
Yeah.
was like 2008 to.
You know,
like-
I used to sponsor the Long Beach Fight Nights, you know,
Okay.
with my computer shop, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, you know, if you see some of the old pictures, you're going to see this logo there.
it's
Oh,
still
nice.
there. Copy
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. Oh wow.
Is this
Yeah.
still your company?
Yeah, still
Where's
my
it at?
company. Same places, you know. I have Los Angeles, Campton, Linwood, Southgate, and Gardena, you know.
Mhm.
Many people think that I make my living with jiu-jitsu. No, you know, I'm a computer engineer, you know. So I make my living with computers.
That's
I just love martial arts, and I teach martial arts, you know.
That's good
But
to know.
yeah, I used to sponsor those events in I think it was Long Beach City College,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You
At
know
the
exactly.
at the what was it
the gym.
the gym? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, I remember Karin and a lot of those Hayastan guys. What's the other guy's name? I forgot his name. He was on the Ultimate Fighter. Oh, the really crazy one. Gets pissed off real easy.
Caro Parisian, Mabel Gamborian.
Them two.
It was so you're talking about Sevak.
Sevak. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Sevak is good with leg locks too, you know.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Actually, you know, all of those kids, you know, when I got to Hayastan back in 1991, those kids were like 10 years old, you know. So I see them growing up. Even
Wow.
Gokur's son, you know, Arthur, I think he's like probably like 25, 27 now.
Yeah.
And he's probably like 6'5" now. He's
Wow.
a big guy, you know. And when I got there, Arthur was 1 year old, you know.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
So you just
so-
watched them all grow up.
Yeah, all of them, you know. I'm the oldest student that Gokor has now, you know. As a matter of fact, tomorrow that I'm coming to Gokor, I'm going to surprise him because when we went to UFC 4, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. I think Todd Bedina was in that one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
And Joe Charles was fighting there also. And we made 2 special shirts because we were in the corner of Joe Charles. And for UFC 5 also we were in the corner of Oleg Taktarov and UFC 6 too. So we made 2 special shirts. It says Hayastan logo here and then it says Jovany and then it says Gokor. So we made only 2 shirts. And going through my garage, I found that shirt. Still
Wow.
good.
Oh, wow.
And still fits me, you know, from almost 23 years
You
ago.
look good.
So I'm gonna wear that shirt tomorrow to surprise Gokor to see what he says. You know,
That
He
should be
hasn't seen
cool.
that shirt in so
Yeah,
long.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll bring back memories.
Oh, yeah,
And then maybe you
definitely.
guys could frame it, you know.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
those
so.
are framing moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I think so.
And something amazing that has happened maybe about a month ago, if I remember correctly. Jovany had been training at Gokor's Academy, and Jovany was presented with his coral belt. Now, not just any coral belt.
Now, that was a red and white belt.
Okay, red and white belt. Okay, thank you for correcting me. It looked coral, but red and white specifically. And Gokor was the owner of that belt. It wasn't a belt that he went and purchased. He gave you his belt.
Yeah, that's a Rokudan belt. You know, that's a 6-degree judo black belt. It's red and white, and you know, I think it's a great honor to have your sensei give you his own belt. You know, Gokor was wearing that belt back in 1995. No, that was a long time
Wow.
ago. And when he gave me that belt, you know, it was a very special moment for me. As a matter of fact, I have it in my bag now. You know.
We're
Oh.
glad to see that. It's amazing to advance and to attain those different things. I mean, it is just a belt at the end of the day, but the emotion behind someone giving you something that belonged to them that they earned, and they're passing it on to you because you've now earned it, that goes beyond words. And especially someone like Gokor.
Yeah, Gokor has a big name, especially in Europe. You know, I think Gokor has about, you know, he has over 60 affiliate academies. You know, and most
Yeah.
of them are in Europe. You know.
He's a global guy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They know him around the world.
Yeah, Gokor in Europe has a big name. I'm trying to look here for the picture of the shirt from 25 years ago in
Oh,
UFC 4.
got it.
Not just that, but Gokor's also in movies.
Yeah,
So I remember that.
Yeah.
I've seen him in it. Him and the other guy.
actually,
Steven Seagal?
No.
no, you took
Roman.
Roman, yeah.
Roman. Yeah. I
We
was
call
gonna
it
say.
Romic in Armenian. You know?
Yeah,
Roman
yeah,
in
yeah.
English, yeah.
But, I saw Gokor actually at Jovany's Academy, and,
I did a couple of movies with Gokor also.
Did you?
I did Streets of Rage with Mimi Lesios and Gokor also. And funny story in that movie, she throws a kick, to knock me out during the movie filming. And she throws the kick, and I see the kick coming, so I kind of went down before the kick, And she tells me, no, you're going down too early. Wait for the kick to get closer.
So basically, she's
That's
saying,
what I didn't
I'm
wanna
gonna
do.
kick you regardless. Yeah, yeah.
That's what I didn't want to do. So I tried to wait for the kick, and she kicked me with the heel, and she cut my nose.
Jeez.
And I said, see, that's why I didn't want to wait. But I couldn't say anything because she kicked me. I had to go to the floor,
Yeah.
After they say cut, then I went to complain. I had a big cut,
This isn't pro wrestling.
Yes, that's right.
It's a real deal.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So
Take a look of this.
Let's see.
let's see.
This is the shirt. See, with the highest and low and the name there.
Yeah.
It says Gokor, totally different logo 25 years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
And the cool thing is that it still fits me,
What's cool is you were doing some cupping back then. I need to
Oh, yeah,
start that.
Tijuana, yeah.
They got it in TJ. I definitely need to do some
Yeah.
cupping there.
And they do it cheap,
Yeah.
I'm old, so I gotta take advantage of all this.
I'm
Those old too.
I'm right behind you, so thank you for the kind words. He's still looking good. He probably looks younger than me.
Yeah, so, some people they have the balls to text me privately and say, "Man, why are you fighting? You old already? Why you?"
Oh, jeez.
That is balls because what I see from you is a passion and a drive that just keeps the sport going forward, right?
Yeah, and I tell them,
Everything
why
you
not?
do. Yeah.
Win or
That's what
lose,
you do.
you go and compete.
Yeah. Well, compete or not compete, you're going to die anyway. So I might as well do what I love.
Yeah, and besides
Right.
that, how can you tell your guys to go compete if you don't compete? At least once in a while,
Yeah.
you gotta go and be there.
And test your skills.
I remember when I did my last MMA fight. That was May 31st, 2001. Caro's Parisian father, may he rest in peace. He passed away a few years ago. He was telling me, 2001. He telling me, Jovany, you have a family, you have a lot of kids, you have a business. Why are you fighting MMA? For that kind of money, you make it in one day. Why are you fighting MMA? And Caro was fighting. I said, yeah, but Caro is only 14.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I said, yeah, but I want to do it. I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I there was a great event in St. Louis, Missouri, and there was a reality submission fighting. So I went, and thanks God, I was the fastest submission of the event, 26 seconds.
Wow.
Trademark, leg lock.
Yeah.
So it's actually in YouTube, that fight.
I got to check it out.
Yeah. So and then he comes, Caro's father, Jacob, he comes and tells me, okay, this is it, okay? Armenians like to curse, so he was cursing. He tells me, okay, this is it, okay? No more fighting for you, okay? You're too old already. Go back and be with your family. Man, not old. At that time I was only 34.
Yeah.
He should see me now that I'm hitting 50. I'm still here.
Still doing it.
Yeah.
He's probably cursing as we speak now.
Oh my God! I wouldn't be surprised. Nice guy.
Those are great experiences with some of the people that built what we know as MMA today. Before, that wasn't even MMA days. It's just,
No,
No
we used
holds
to call it
barred.
no holds bar. Yeah.
right? Vale tudo.
Two simple rules. No biting, no eye gouging.
Yeah.
But because they didn't have any judges, any judges or scorecards, so if you bite someone or you eye gouge, the only thing they do is slap you. Don't do it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, fight. And you go back and fight. So
Yeah. Meanwhile, your eye's falling out of your side.
yeah.
Or you got a chunk missing out of your arm from biting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, what do you think about teaching a technique tonight? Are you able to do
No,
that?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to
Yeah.
see that belt.
Yeah,
So-
I'm ready. Should I go get dressed now? I'm
Let's-
ready.
let's
Whenever
do
you're
it.
ready,
Let's do
because
it.
We're about at a halfway point. We'll bring you back afterwards, but feel free to take your time.
No problem.
Get ready, give us the thumbs up, and then we'll make sure everything's set and ready.
We got our little buddy Art who is down to take one for the team.
You want to hop up? No, you want to talk about Anaconda? It's up to you. No, you're shy. That's okay. We understand. We have a student of Jovany's here, and she's wonderful and trained with us when we were there for the black belt super training. That's where I remember you from. Anyways, Jovany's going to teach. We have little Art on camera. God bless little Art, because if Jovany throws me, I may not be able to go to work tomorrow. But I would have taken the fall if I had to, but we got young man Art here ready to do it.
If Art
So-
gets thrown, you know,
Yeah.
he just needs a new pair of glasses.
And we are going to go to a commercial break here just momentarily. So stay tuned for that technique of the week.
I like my leg. Now I switch. Now watch what happens here. With this, I hold the arm, and this comes on top, just to finish it, but I'm still holding the leg. So see, look at all the scramble that you have. Gotcha. So I'm here. So I call this the devil's armbar.
What do you have, the devil's armbar?
Devil's armbar.
That's awesome.
It feels nasty to be inside because your legs, everything is strong.
Should we go with that? Tell us when.
We're ready. Hello guys, my name is Jovany Varela, and I'm here with Art, and I'm gonna show you my version of the devil's armbar. Really cool armbar, and it's easy to do. So let's do it. So you're in this position, I lose the belt, and once I'm here, I push with my foot under to make sure that it's loose enough. Once that is loose enough, I bring it back here, and I'm still holding here and doing regular grip here. Once that I'm in this position, I posture up here. Once that I'm here, bring this across, hold it, pass it here, and give it to me. Still holding this, bring this to the side, and from here, easy sweep. Once that I'm here, with this hand that I'm holding the kimono, I hold the arm, and this comes on top, and I just finish it here. And as you can see, let me show you the details. I have his leg drop, I have the kimono drop, and with this I'm holding the hand, and this just comes on top to finish the armbar. Very easy, but even though, let's suppose he doesn't have this, that is out, he's still trapped here. He's going nowhere, see? See? So, very, very easy. So, let's suppose that for some reason he escapes, and he comes on top of me, see? I still have him here. So he's falling into another trap from the same position. Okay, so one more time for you guys. I'm holding the lapel, regular grip here, posture up, holding here. Now bring the arm across. I grab the kimono and give it to myself here. Once I have it here, bring it across, easy sweep. Now that I'm here, this controls the arm, this comes on top, and I finish the armbar here. With the leg drop, still controlling this, here, easy. If for some reason he tries to sit up and he escapes, see, he still has the armbar, but if for some reason he pulls the arm, you know, he's gonna land in the triangle.
One more full speed.
One more.
Full speed.
Okay, we're gonna go full speed now, guys. So here, very very simple, guys. That's the devil's number. Us.
Nice. That was cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now the word of camera, you do it.
What was that?
Try it. You
Alright,
can
let me try. Okay.
Definitely, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I certainly hope you get your passport in order.
If not, you know, we'll
bring
enter
you
the
back
country
up-
illegally.
We'll bring you back up through, not San Isidro, the other side, Otay.
Oh yeah,
We'll
yeah.
bring you up through Otay Mesa behind a cactus. Art will be on the other side, ready to pick you up.
Art will be on the other side driving towards, dude.
Art hasn't been that close to the border in I don't know how many years.
More like 2 days. Art. Anyways, I digress.
Yeah, no, that was very cool. To kind of go over what you taught.
You know, it's the devil's number, and it's a nice setup that I do, you know, because in this case, to play with the submission, it doesn't matter if the guy is heavy or light, you know. Very easy sweep as Art felt it, you know. And, you know,
It's good
when
you could teach us.
you know, when you get trapped into that position, you have your leg trap, you have both arms trap, your kimono is trap, and basically the only way out is to tap, you know.
Well, yeah, one thing I've noticed from just witnessing the people at Jovany's Academy at Anaconda, the way that they approach submissions is different. And I don't know if that's the judo, the sambo mixed with it, but it's always a series of attacks. Nobody's ever going for one thing, ever.
Yeah.
The moment they miss one thing, they're on to the next thing, and then the third thing. So
Transitions are very important. As a matter of
they're
fact,
crazy.
I was going to show a transition here, but it's like you start with one and then you move on like to 5 different submissions when they're escaping. But I thought, you know, I got to show something easier so the guys can see it. You
Yeah,
know?
the concept's there. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. It's
Oh,
good
thank you
thinking.
very much.
But I know there's a series of things that Jovany would roll right into systematically. Over the few seconds, he would just nail each of them.
Yeah, but you know, as I mentioned before, when the guy is hard to catch, you got to give him something. You know, like if I'm playing with some guy and I feel that he doesn't give me any openings, you know, I give him an arm. Or sometimes, you know, I kind of hide my elbow and I know he's coming for a triangle. So as soon as I feel this leg here, I'm ready to pass on the other side. Sometimes you got to give him something so he can take the bait and make an opening that you can catch him with, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm rolling with the guys and I give him my heel because I want him to
that's-
give me his, you know.
That's very brave of you.
Yeah.
I keep my heels to myself. But yeah, you have that skill to where you can put the heel out there and you know already the
Yeah.
counter, right? You're going to sit up. and
You know,
go back
I'm
of
waiting
the
for
head.
him to get it, you know, so I can get mine, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's true. If someone has your heel, you have theirs.
Yes, exactly.
That's the trade-off.
Yeah.
Wow. And then it just becomes a level of skill and a level of speed and accuracy.
Yeah, so, you know, I love to see guys that are so technical, like Gary Tono, you know, or Toquinho, or Karen Daravidian, and those guys, they give you on purpose their legs, you know, just to be able to catch you with something.
Yeah. Man, that just reminds me of being like the Wild Wild West and they're the gunfighters. Both of you got a gun, but somebody's going to pull it quicker,
Yeah.
you know? That's about the modern equivalent
Mhm.
of let's go for this, and he even gives you the opportunity
And you
to
know,
take
and
it.
if you see Gokor rolling, man, Gokor is older than me, and Gokor rolls with guys that are 20 years old.
Yeah,
And you know, Gokor definitely is one of the world top grapplers. You know, he's still that good.
yeah,
You know, and I see jiu-jitsu world champions, you know, coming and take privates from Gokor. I mean, guys with big names
hmm
that they don't want to go to the regular class because they're embarrassed to go to the regular class, so they rather to pay and take privates. You know,
Mhm.
but I'm talking guys with big names. You know, that I don't even
Yeah.
want to mention them. You know, but you know, I'm surprised when I see them there. You know.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
I saw at your academy, Gokor was actually just putting moves on to teach, and the level of intensity in which he applies each technique. If he rolls harder than that, I feel bad for the people that he's submitting.
Yeah.
Because just his students that he would call in, I could see the agony in their face when a choke was applied. He would apply something, and you could just see their face. I'm like, oh, God.
You know,
You know?
it was tough when I started with Gokor back in '91 because at that time, probably 99% of those Armenians didn't speak English. Gokor didn't speak English, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, so the translation between Spanish and is Armenian
yeah, Armenian,
and
yeah.
then English all broken into it. You guys all
Oh,
have your
yeah.
own way of communicating.
Exactly.
Grabbing ankles probably it.
Yeah. But, you know, 30 years later, you know, it's been good, you know.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a kinship that cannot be broken because, as Jovany brought here in front of you, I know you can't see it on camera just yet because our table covers it, but he has his red and, what do they got, red and white?
Yes.
The belt?
Yeah, this is the belt that Gokor presented to me when I was promoted to 6th degree in judo.
So 6th degree in judo and you get a red and white.
Yeah, they call it a Rokudan belt.
Rokudan.
Yeah, red and white.
Wow.
You know, this is the belt that Gokor was wearing back in 1995. You know,
Wow.
and when I was promoted, and he presented me to this. You know, it was a very special moment because, you know, Gokor has so many students. Only in the highest academy in North Hollywood, he has over 400 students.
Jeez.
Wow.
You know, and he presented this to me. You know, so it's very special because I remember this belt from 30 years ago. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
was
it's-
unbeatable then.
Yeah, so it's very special to me, and you know, I hope someday I will have the honor to present it to one of my loyal students. You know, I mean, I've been with Gokor for so many years. You know, I still represent him. You know, and so I hope that I'll have the same honor with one of my students down the road, or even my own son. You know, you never know.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to pass it on. That's a very good heart that you have, and that tradition that carries on by passing on belts. That's an amazing thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Very cool. Can you tell me about Gokor? Where did his skill level come from? Because he was so early. I mean, it's got to be the 60s, right, or 70s?
Yeah, Gokor started training when he was like 4 years old. You know, back in Armenia. Then he started going to compete to Russia because at that time Armenia was part of Russia.
Yeah. So
And then Soviet Union, and then he came to the United States, and he tried to make it to the 1984 Olympics, but his citizenship didn't come through on time,
got it.
so he couldn't make it. So he started training here. That's when he met Jean Lebel, and Jean Lebel kind of polished his technique. Jean Lebel is very tough to you.
Yeah. So I wondered how that relationship started. Was it a movie that brought them together? How did they come together?
No, they met in a judo tournament, and immediately Jean Lebel saw the potential of Gokor, and they invited him, and then they used to go to LACC, you know, to train with Hayward Nishioka there.
Okay.
You know, and that's how everything started. And then I met Gokor in his first academy in Hollywood Boulevard in '91, and you know, from there, you know, it's all history. You know, a few years later, you know, the UFC came around 2 years later, 1993.
93 was it, yeah.
Yeah, and then Gokor put his first student in UFC. That was Joe Charles for UFC 4.
Yeah.
Then he took Oleg Taktarov for UFC 5, UFC 6. You know, then Karen, Manvel, and all the other guys. You know.
Yeah. A
You
long
know.
list of characters, that's right.
Yep.
That's an amazing story, and especially when Gene comes into the picture, because Gene was already well up there in years at that time.
Yeah, Gene has
But a legend.
he has the first televised MMA fight, you know, in the United
Yeah.
States. You know, I think it was 1954 or something like that.
amazing.
You know, against Milos Savage. You know, so you know, it's nice to have that kind of lineage. You know.
That's an
Mhm,
amazing lineage, yeah. It's,
Yeah.
it's Gene LaBelle alone, yeah. And like you said, the very first, I didn't realize it was 1954.
Yeah, very old, very
Yeah.
old. Yeah.
So when you say mixed martial arts, I realize that Gene brings all the grappling skills, but they were throwing punches too.
Oh yes, it's on YouTube. You can see it there, and there were some rules adjustments there, like the guy requested that Gene wouldn't be allowed to throw kicks during the fight. And then Gene, in exchange, asked for the guy to wear a gi top.
Yeah.
You know, but beside the gi top, according to the story, you know, the guy was having Vaseline all over his face, you know, and the neck, you know, so
Oh,
it
jeez.
wouldn't be easy to shock him out, you know. So, you know, at the end, they discovered the guy had I think they call it metal knuckles.
whoa,
you know,
brass knuckles.
yeah, brass knuckles, you know. And he even cut Gene's belt when he punched him on the waist, you know.
goodness.
So it was crazy back then, you know. And
Yeah.
Gene put the guy to sleep, and
I hope so.
many
Yeah.
minutes passed by, and the guy was not waking up. So the public got upset because at that moment everybody thought that boxing was superior to judo.
Of course.
You know, so
They still thought so when the
oh,
UFC came around.
you're gonna see in the YouTube video, black and white video, but you can see the shares flying around into the ring, you know, and everybody was very upset because Jim put the guy to sleep.
Yeah.
And it
I
was-
think the American public wants to see a knockout.
Yes,
They don't understand
definitely.
the throw, the technique in the throw, right?
Definitely. You know, I introduced Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to Honduras in 1995, and they used to tell me all kind of different things, you know, that they didn't like the hugging on the ground. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They used to tell
and,
me,
and the pajamas.
yeah, they tell me, why
You
you
know?
need to hug him, you know? But, you know, it was fun.
Yeah.
And talking about Jiu-Jitsu, I want to say hello to my Jiu-Jitsu professor, Thiago Reinaldo, in case he's watching.
Yeah, absolutely. And he'll see it afterwards, if not today, right?
Yep.
That's really cool. Yeah, very cool. Anybody else? Want to say hi to Marvin? The rest
Yeah,
of the
Marvin is
family?
teaching, and the
Gotta
rest
get
of the
back
guys.
in here, you know?
And
Oh,
all
yeah.
my affiliate academies in different countries, guys. Keep it up.
That's right.
That's huge, and we'll make sure. And we got
Rick Miller
yeah,
says, "What's up?"
your student.
Hello, Rick. I'll see you tomorrow in Hayastan.
Woo!
Rick, you know, Rick is a professional photographer, and as a matter of fact, when you guys use Photoshop,
Yeah.
and you go into the credits of Photoshop, you see that his name is there, Rick Miller. He's one of the developers
Really?
of Photoshop.
Oh wow.
We got to talk, Rick.
Yeah, he teaches in the university.
Very cool.
Yeah, actually, he teaches Adobe, you know, Photoshop. Illustrator.
That's a big
so
deal.
he teaches that before it gets released to the public, you know. So
Yeah. That's kind
he's
of
that
amazing.
good, you know.
Yeah, no, it means he's high up in that game, and
Yep.
that's an interesting thing as you get to 4K and all that different stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Different world.
No, for sure.
I still like black and white.
We got to get Marvin in here. Last time he was in here with Fabi, I don't know why, but him and I just couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, yeah, Marvin's hilarious.
He is.
And Diego da Costa says hi.
Hello, Diego. Diego, it's my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt. He's my judo black belt. Very strong guy. As a matter of fact, he just opened his academy in Minnesota.
Wow.
So congratulations to Diego da Costa.
Yeah,
Brazilian
that's a big
Jiu-Jitsu.
congratulations. Yeah, it's a huge accomplishment.
Yep.
Yep.
You know,
Especially in Minnesota. My goodness.
he says you're the best.
man.
Thank you very
As
much.
we all know, that's absolutely true.
That's right.
So what's coming up? We got Anaconda Academy in Gardena. You know you can reach them out there any day of the week because they're 7 days a week. We have a big black belt super training coming up in Mexico.
Yes.
We got the highest on
Challenge on April 29th.
April 29th. Anything else we can look forward to? We know you got surgery in 2 days. Our hearts and our prayers, our thoughts are all with you, brother.
Thank you very much. You know, I'm going to be in August. I'm going to be in an event in Honduras called Camalbe Open. You know, it's like a festival. They have judo, jiu-jitsu, they have karate. You know, it's all kind of different martial arts event. So it's a different martial arts competition. You know, and it's going to be in August in Honduras. Also, I'm going to be teaching seminars in Nicaragua, El Salvador. You know, so I go teach
You are
seminars
quite
in
a
all
busy
different,
man.
All my affiliate academies.
Yeah.
Well, I love that you do that, and I have to ask, as an American traveler, everything's cool with the travels as you get down there. Everything's
Everything is perfect. You know, everything is safe. You know, I just don't go where I don't know the place. You know, I try to stay in like kind of a downtown area. You know?
yeah. No, I'm just curious to ask you because I'm always interested in following you wherever you go, bringing the camera, gym crashing when I can, because it's a special time. Anything that Jovany's a part of is usually a higher level of either judo, jiu-jitsu, sambo than you can witness on a daily basis. You can walk in anywhere, but when these guys get together, it's almost like the best of the best are there. So you're going to see you know, the cream of the crop. So I don't want to miss out. But at the same time, they blew the Marriott up, so it's like, oh, maybe we'll talk and I'll go on the next one.
You know, many people tell me that my techniques are easy to do, but you know, they get the mission accomplished. You know, mission is the submission. You know, but sometimes I see other friends that I have, also Professor Black Belt, they teach a technique, but they make it so complicated, you know, and it looks so fancy. But then it's hard for the student to catch it because it looks so fancy. But I try to make it so simple that it's easy for you to learn, as you saw now, you know, but you get the job done.
Yeah.
You know, main thing is to get a submission. But I don't want to teach a helicopter armbar and do this, and the guy is like, oh, that was nice, and then next day he forgot it. No, it feels good. Like now that I was in the Central American Jiu-Jitsu Championship, I was teaching a seminar 2 days before in San Pedro, in El Progreso. It's another city that is like maybe like 4 or 5 hours away from where the tournament was. I was teaching a seminar. During the tournament, one of the guys finished his fight with one of the submissions that I was teaching at the seminar.
Oh, wow.
And the guy comes and tells me, you remember the technique? I learned that from you 2 days ago.
Wow.
So it makes me feel good. The guys remember the techniques.
Yeah.
So, that's the purpose of every professor. Go teach and make sure the guys improve their jiu-jitsu. But if you go teach, make it look good, and the guys don't understand it, then, you're failing as a professor. So it feels good to know that people is making good use of your technique.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's high-level training. So when you break it down in such a way that we get it right away. So it's our job to remember it.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen some guys teaching seminars there, and they teach maybe 20, 30 techniques, but
it's too much.
I try to in a 1 hour seminar. I try to teach maybe 4 techniques, no more than 4 in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Because I like to break it down and make sure that you guys understand, make sure that you remember it. And I tell the guys, if you remember 1, maximum 2 techniques of what I'm showing here, trust me, your seminar was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Changes your game.
Oh, definitely.
Right? If you can incorporate 1, 2, even 3 techniques into your game that you've learned from somebody like Jovany, then people are going to notice. They're going to tell you your role different, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And it leads to other things. Anytime I learn 1 technique, it opens up other things, and then the whole other can of worms comes on, and then you got to push for that next change and that next growth.
Yep.
And it's something I learned recently. We went out to Chad George. Shout out to Chad George. He's doing seminars across the country. He's doing a front headlock series. I know he's also your neighbor there in Gardena.
Yeah.
But he's getting around, and we just like to say thank you to him, of course. And Marcelo's right there. Everybody's right there, man. Everything's so close. Jiu-Jitsu's growing so much.
People tell me, are you crazy? Why are you opening an academy in Gardena? You have so many academies around you. And it's true. You can drive 5 or 10 minutes in any direction, and you're going to find another Jiu-Jitsu academy.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell him, I'm comfortable. I have trust in my technique. I know I have judo background, I have the sambo background, the jiu-jitsu, so I know I can mix it up, and I know I'm there to compete with everybody else. And when we go to tournaments, we can see the results. You know, and my guys are always on the podium. Not always on first place, but I know they're in the podium. First, second, or third, they're in the podium.
Yeah. Well, that's proof that everything you're doing is valid and that's strong, of course. But the other part of it is that you're saturated. San Pedro has so many academies. Torrance, Hawthorne, the Gracies are there. You can name all the names, right?
Yeah, everybody's
there's Jovany right there.
Maybe we got to start moving into South Central.
No, but I'll say this. I absolutely love the location of the Anaconda Academy.
Oh, I love it, too. It's in the middle of, like...
It's a cool little part of town. It's downtown Gardena, old school Gardena. There's nothing more authentic than that. You know what I mean? And the people that come there, they're all heart.
Yep.
And talking about the academy, guys, we teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Sambo, and Judo. But when it comes to Judo, guys, we teach Judo for free.
You mentioned that. That's amazing to me.
We invite everyone, kids, adults, you guys want to learn Judo?
Yeah, I do.
Come visit us, we don't charge to teach Judo,
What's the address to your place?
821 West Gardena Boulevard, City of Gardena, 90247. Or you can check me out in Facebook or my own website, jovany.com. You want to learn Judo, you want to improve your Jiu-Jitsu, come and train Judo with us. It's free of charge, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, for kids and adults. And, we have Judo Olympian in the academy, black belt, I'm a continental coach. And, for sure, our Judo, I know we have a high-level Judo, so you're welcome to come and try. Bring your kids, it's all free. We have sauna, showers, punching bags, everything.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's all free, so you can't complain.
Yep.
Absolutely not. And that's a life lesson when you learn how to position your body and to learn even just some of the basic throws.
Some people tell me, why you teach Judo for free? Even the same Judo people complain to me.
Yeah.
From the federation, I don't want to mention names, but they know who they are. They complain to me, why you teach Judo for free? You're killing us, this and that. I said, no, because I charge for teaching Jiu-Jitsu and teach Sambo, but Judo is something that I love. I teach for free.
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't make my living with my academy. I make my living with my computer stores.
Yeah.
So
he's an amazing guy.
I can teach Judo for free if I want. Why not?
You can do whatever you want.
It's my own academy, so I teach for free.
Yeah. Nobody can say anything otherwise. Free Judo at Anaconda MMA.
Check it out.
You know what? and you can't not want to learn any of the other stuff, because when you see the level of sambo, the level of jiu-jitsu, each of the different martial arts styles complements the next, and each of them is a necessary style. If
Well,
you're gonna
definitely.
compete.
I think it's very important nowadays to cross-train, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. The cross training, and in cross training in disciplines that are not common. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is everywhere. We have it everywhere. There's different ways of teaching it, different ways of learning it. We get that. There's different styles of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But Sambo and Judo, I don't see it out there that much. Not as popular, but important skill levels that you must have, or skill sets that you must have to incorporate in your game.
Yeah, you know, as a matter of fact, right before I leave, maybe off cameras, I don't know, I'm going to show Art the same position that you do in judo,
Yeah.
that's called kesagatame. You change the arm with the underarm, it becomes jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
No more judo.
We do
Then
underhooks.
you switch it to the front head, and
Yeah.
then you do an elbow lock, it becomes sambo. Same position, it's
Got
just
it.
different way to put the arm, it becomes different style.
Got it?
But in judo is to hold the position 20 seconds, you win. Jiu-jitsu kind of control to work for something else. But sambo, just by switching the arm, it already becomes a submission. So it's good when you teach that to your student, because that way they know all the details, how to do the same technique in a different position, and then they're ready to go compete in a judo competition, sambo competition, jiu-jitsu. All you need to do is ask what rules are we having? Are we allowing this? Are we allowing that? Because sports sambo, they don't allow shocks.
Yeah.
Only combat sambo. But judo, they don't allow to touch anything below the belt,
Wow.
you know, with the new rules. You know, jiu-jitsu don't allow heel hooks. But we still teach everything to our students, heel hooks and everything. And when they go to compete, all they need to do is ask, okay, what are the rules of this event? Heel hooks allowed, chokes allowed, you know, then
Yeah.
they tell them and say, okay, so go do it. They already know what to do, you know. So it's very important that students learn everything.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise it's like you teaching your kid a new language and you tell them, okay, but these words here, you can't use them, okay? You can use only certain words. No,
Oh, it's a
let them
tough one.
learn the whole language, you know? Let them find out what's bad and what's not, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good way of putting it.
Well, if I could summarize everything that he's told me, it's grappling arts, and from different disciplines, and you know he's developed his own style of way of integrating these styles, so that when you compete, you're going to be successful. So another good reason to seek out Jovany, Monster, and the Varela family for changing your game, improving your game, or even just if you're new, get in there and learning the game.
Definitely, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And everybody's invited, you know?
That's
Awesome.
really cool. So
Yep.
we all got to get out there. We can't say no to that.
Nope.
Gentleman has invited us. We all got to get going. You too, buddy. Anyways, we're coming up on the clock. We're going to say good night to you. Thank you for watching Gym Crashers Live with our special guest, Jovany Varela, a gentleman, and now he's got his Rodokan?
Rokudan.
Rokodan. There he is. Rokodan belt. Awesome. Congratulations and
Thank
a
you
pleasure
very much,
having
guys.
you. We're going to definitely be out to see you again, and thank you for driving all this way to see us.
Oh,
buddy.
no, thank you. I'm always feel like I'm home every time I come by, you know? So
Hey, all
You
right.
don't
I
even have
appreciate
to
that.
ask.
Yep.
You come here anytime, buddy. Thank
Always
you so
Thank you
much.
very much.
That's
It's
right.
a pleasure.
Thank you guys.
Good night.